Hello guys, and welcome back to a new video. Okay, so today I've already recorded a video for user.js, if you remember that. So now we're gonna make the server info command. So okay. Sorry, I had a blackout for a second. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is message.delete, and you can pause to write all this stuff down if you want to, but I'm gonna put all this in the GitHub in another episode map. So did I say map? I meant folder. So you can check there if you missed anything. So basically, okay, let's get into coding. So firstly, we wanna sorry for these guys. Okay, so the first thing you wanna do is message.delete. Then the next thing we are gonna do is let's do region. So let's region is this. Actually, you can do this as well. Doesn't really matter which one you use. But the next thing we want to do is if message.guild.region is equal to let's see if it's equal to, that's where we go in server settings and look at the regions that are there. Then we're gonna look at, and we have Brazil, region is Brazil. If message.guild.region is equal to Europe, region is Europe. Okay, and we're going so on until we add all of them. And then we have Hong Kong. You could also put the emoji flags in front of it or after it, but in this case I don't find it really necessary to put emojis in it, as I'm not gonna do that in this tutorial. Okay, region is, yeah. Huh? There we go. What we could also do, so it doesn't take that long to type everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there we go. So now we're gonna make this Russia, and then is that. This is gonna be Singapore, South Africa, Sydney. Actually, the whole entire time it's displaying the country. So Australia, Sydney. I can type. Okay. US West. US. Oh, US. Oh, dude, I can't type. I'm sorry. US East. US Central. And we're gonna do Sydney. And we're gonna do South Africa. We're gonna test. So if I'm correct, then these should be the ones. I'm gonna make it this because it looks nicer for me, in my opinion. So next thing is, one second guys. Okay. Okay, so what we could add is, let's see, we could add more stuff like actually no, let's start making the empt. So const empt is new rich empt, and we're gonna make it dot set title. That's gonna be, let's make it server information, right? And I think this is gonna be a shorter episode, as you don't like need an eternity to like make everything and stuff. So here's gonna be the server, which is, well, that it's not gonna work. Name, message, that's guild, name. By the way, this grabs the name of the guild. If I didn't tell you this before, I'm pretty sure I didn't. Here are all the things you can find of like what you can do. So you can get if it's verified, if the system channel, you can get how many roles they have, the region, presences, position, owner, and stuff like that. You can get the name as I told you, MFA level, message notifications, members, member counts, me, large. Oh, by the way, this is used for the bot itself. So it would say message.guild.me.voice channel, that would show them, that would display in which voice channel it is. So you have also joined that, joined the timestamp, ID, icon URL, futures, emojis, empt enabled, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so let's get back to code. shall we? Okay. So what we want to do now is let's do ID, which is gonna be message guild.id. Alright? What else shall we do? Right, we should get the region. So, message, no, that's not how we're gonna do it. We're gonna grab region because we made an entire if statement list in here of how to do it like that. Okay, so what you wanna do now? Is, let's see, add fields. Oh, that's right, that's what we were gonna do. Dot set thumbnail, and we're gonna do message dot guild dot icon URL. So this is gonna grab the link of the guild icon or guild avatar, and then it's gonna put it here because you can set a thumbnail. You'd need a link. So if you would do a link manually, you would do .send thumbnail, and then you would do here. You would here place the link. Okay. So that's how it works. Okay, so now the owner. Oh, we were not gonna do that. Nickname. Now I know what we can do. We can actually grab let owner is we can get the owner. Okay, so message the guild dot members dot find. Then we're gonna make a key for for user. So user dot id is equal to message dot guild dot owner id, basically. And when we seek for that, we're actually going to do owner.display name. So this is going to display the nickname of the owner. We're going to grab the tag, which is owner.user.tag. Then we're going to grab the mention. So owner. Then we're gonna grab the ID, which is easily owner.id. There we go. Okay, so let's get a next add field. Okay, hello. We're gonna put here the channels. Yeah, why not? So we're gonna put the text channels. Actually, we're gonna put the count in here. So what we're gonna put here is no. Actually, we're gonna do members first. What you actually want to do is filter it so it only counts the members and not the bots, because we're gonna count them differently. So the way we are gonna do that I don't think I explained the other one. So okay, here we're seeking for the owner, and we're seeking for them by seeking them by their ID. Okay. So here, by seeking for that user, and we found the owner, we're displaying their nickname, we're displaying their tag, so their username and their discriminator, or else said their username and then the hashtag with the 4 digits. We're the mention, I'm pretty sure you know what that is, and we're displaying their ID, even though we could just type message.guild owner ID, but that's, yeah, why shall we do that when you can do owner.id? Well, actually it's way shorter to do, so I mean it doesn't really matter what you type. So the way we are gonna filter it is message.guild.members.filter, and we're gonna put this. Then we're gonna put user, and then user.bot, and we're gonna do this. Then we're gonna put size. So now this will only count the amount of members, not the bots, because now we are gonna do the bots. Actually, we could do bots. So so this is gonna be a little the same. Actually, it's gonna be a little different, a bit. So message.guild.members.filter, and then we're gonna do user and user.bot, and this will filter that it only counts the bots, and then the size, of course. Now we are gonna do roles. So the way we're gonna do this is message. We're gonna use the filter variable again. Well, not variable. I mean, we're gonna use the property. So message.guild dot roles, not dot channels, dot roles dot size. You don't need to filter anything. So channels. Well, message dot guild dot channels dot size. Alright, so this is working now. So now you're displaying the server info, the owner, and the count. Okay. So now what we could do is what could we do? We're looking at let's do let's look. What shall we do? We could add an array of guild features, icon, ID, joint ads, large, whether the guild is large, has more than 250 members. We have that already. We have that. Oh, we could do that. And then message dot guild dot name acronym. There we go. So if it doesn't have a guild icon, then it shows those letters. Okay. So what we are gonna put here is we could put the dates here, because why not? So I'm pretty sure these are gonna be pretty long. I mean, it doesn't have to be. The way we're gonna do this is we're gonna require moment again, which is gonna be here. Const moment is require and the moment package. And then what we're gonna do is moment and then message dot create no, not message dot created at created actually we could put this on the server, because there are not much dates that you could like place here. So we are doing message dot guild dot created at dot format, and then we're gonna put mm and then the days and then the years. Okay, so we can actually remove this one. We could move it here. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, I know what we could add. Okay, so we're removing this. And then what we're gonna add is we're gonna add members. Then what we could do is online members, and then we're gonna put online. And then we're gonna put message dot guild dot members dot filter user dot presence dot status is online. And then dot size. So what this is gonna do, this is count the amount of members that have set their status to online. So we're gonna make a lot of these more. Actually no, let's just type it. And then we're gonna do idle. And then we're gonna do message dot guild dot members dot filter and user dot presence dot status is idle. Dot size. This is gonna count the amount of members who've put their status on idle. Now finally, do not disturb. Message dot guild dot members.filter, and then user, oh my god, I cannot type correctly. Presence.status is DND. And then we're gonna set this to true. And then what we now could count is other members. So here we could count the members that are streaming or offline. So what were we? Right. So streaming is gonna be message.guild dot members dot filter user dot presence dot status is equal to streaming, and then dot size, of course. Then we're gonna do message dot guild dot members dot size. No, we're doing something wrong here. We're going too fast. Filter user dot presence dot status and offline, and then we can count something else like well, maybe we could stop counting things now. So the next thing we want to do is we could display security and channel count. Now we're gonna do let's make the last one, which is gonna be we're gonna make an add field which is gonna display the security. Okay, so for this we're gonna make a few let statements. So we're gonna make a thing which is gonna show let let's actually do this. Now we're gonna do if message dot guild dot verified is true, then verify is let's say verify, and no, we're gonna make that yeah, no, we're gonna capitalize the we're gonna capitalize this, and if message dot guild dot verified is no, it's not a string, it's gonna be false, then it's gonna be no. And then now we could put that should actually not be there, that should be here. hot other, and then we're gonna put this. Oh, by the way, you don't need backticks actually. You could also just use these and then put like verified. I'm not capitalizing it, but then you do plus and then you do the variable, but I found that really annoying to do, so that's why I'm using backticks. So verified is verify. Okay, and then now MFA. Okay, so now we're gonna do the MFA. So let MFA actually let's do this. So let's do if we didn't make let security, so let's security no let level is message dot guild dot MFA level, and then we're gonna do an if statement for if level is equal to 0, then MFA is known, and else if level, sorry, I think 3 looks better, but if MFA is 1, then MFA is elevated. So now let's put MFA. So that's how it's gonna work. And then now we could put the security if we wanna. I think this looks way better. So let's verification, and then we're gonna do verific is message dot guild dot verification level. Basically what this is, when you go in server settings, you could select how high you want your security when someone joins the server. So if you want them to wait 5 minutes after they joined, then they can chat, or after 10 minutes they joined, then they can chat. If they need a verified email and a verified phone on their Discord account and such like that, okay? So basically like that. So now we're gonna make an if statement to make this work. So if verific is is 0, then the verification is equal to known, else if verific is equal to 1. I'm gonna put another is statement here. Verification is low. Else if then verification is medium. Else if verific 3. By the way, there are only 5 verification levels, and as JavaScript, their first number is 0. The 5th number will be 4, so just so you know that. Oh, I meant to type high, not hard. Because that wouldn't make sense. Else if verific is 4, then it's going to be verification is extreme, and now what we want to display is verification. So verification level there we go. And our content filter, we will make an if statement and a let statement for that as well. So where we want to go? Okay, let's content. Then let scanning is message.guild.explicit content filter. Then what we want to do is if scanning is equal to 0, content is doesn't scan messages, else if scanning is 1, and content is gonna be basically you can set this also in your server settings. You can set if it should filter every message. So this one scans people's messages with no role. There's like we don't actually need to do that at the end. And then else if scanning is equal to 1, 2 actually, sorry. Content is scans everyone's messages, and then we've done that, and then we've done that one as well. And then we can do content. Then we can set a color, settings.color. Then we can set a footer, settings.footer. Then message.channel.send empty. We've started up our bot. Okay, so now we're gonna type this and it'll display not our surfing info. Okay, so if you want to update its code, it's on the GitHub. So now we can see this server, all this kind of stuff. Then we see this, then we see this. We didn't make this inline. And as you can see now, it is inline. So thank you for watching. All the code will be on the GitHub, and I'll link the episode folder to you in the description. So if you enjoyed the video, then be sure to give a like, subscribe to see more of these advanced things, because I make them a bit more advanced than other YouTubers show them, because I do a lot more than other YouTubers, but it's also these ones take a lot of time to code. So be sure to join the Discord, which is this one. It's in the description also. Anyways, thank you for watching if you watched until the end. Anyways, I hope you enjoy it, and see you in the next video. Bye!